Welcome to the Rashawn Franklin Show. Back again with my guys, Joshua Bray, Keith McCarthy, Emmett Knuckles. How you guys doing today?
Swell.
Not too bad at all.
Thanks for not using my middle name this time.
Yeah, on the decks, it's got your middle name. I ain't gonna put it to America right now, but
Appreciate that.
the brands know. Y'all good? We got a lot to talk about, specifically the NBA trade deadline, and then we're gonna get into some other stuff. But I think the big thing is Giannis might really get traded. That's crazy. It seems like the destinations are Golden State, Minnesota, Miami, and New York. And there's been some speculation in Chicago. I'm not sold on that. Who do you guys think is most likely in that scenario to get him? And why?
I think the Knicks. They have the pieces, as well as I think he wants to go to a team where he can actually contend, be the best player, and it's New York. I mean, it's all the lights, all the stars. I mean, I think that plays a big factor as well. I think the Knicks is probably the team most likely, and like I said, they have the best package deal to send to the Bucks.
I think I agree with you that if he wants to win a championship, the only two teams on that list that give him a chance after the trade are the Knicks and Minnesota. Because if
The
you
Wolves.
put Jaden McDaniels, Julius, and a shit ton of picks, you still got some to win a title. With the other ones, you send actually, well, if you think about it with the Warriors, if you send Jimmy out and Kuminga and a shit ton of picks, maybe
They got
you
a
could do
shot.
it.
They got no bench. Draymond's not. He's not himself. It's tougher. They would be like third, in my opinion. It would be Knicks, the Wolves, and then it'd be Golden State. I think a lot of people want to see it happen because it's Greek, and then it's Steph. People want to see that, and I don't blame them. I do too. But realistically, the best chance of winning a championship first is the Knicks, then probably then the Wolves.
I don't know if y'all remember this. I said that Greek was going to Golden State maybe like 3 years ago because it seemed like he always wanted to play with Steph, and that seemed like a natural fit. I didn't know how it was going to happen, and they're saying like if the trade happens before the deadline, the cleanest way to get him traded is Golden State. Like it works for both. And what's your feelings about all this?
I'm going to say I think Minnesota makes the most sense in terms of what they have, the trade package. Like you said, you can go with Daniels, you can go with Julius, you can go with some picks. So that gives you a combination of talented players on top of draft picks to restock. And then after they make the deal, you still have a superstar who's entering his prime, Anthony Edwards. And then if you have to, because to me, I don't think you can play him in the French kid. What's the French guy? Gobert. You can't play them together.
Gobert.
So, but I think you could trade Gobert and you could get some pieces that fit better. So anywhere he goes is going to be a 2-year project. Like he's not going to go somewhere and win the championship this year, but he can go somewhere. They can establish a bit of a rhythm, and then they can retool to try to win it next year. Minnesota makes sense. The Knicks, number 2 in terms of the assets and then the basketball fit and being competitive. Miami, I don't see the trade package or the basketball fit that's a contender. And then Golden State, if Steph Curry were like 4 years younger, I would be like, yeah,
Ooh,
that makes sense.
But he ain't.
37. So when you would actually be able to maybe compete next year, he's going to be 38. I mean, why would you do that to yourself if you agree?
You don't think Greek goes to the Knicks and then they come out the East?
I think they come out the East regardless, but I think that they have a way better chance of actually winning the bid.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's kind of hurt from what I understand. Like, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think they would get out the East but I don't think they would win a championship this season. Like, I don't think they would have enough to win a title this season. I think they could maybe make some more moves and shoot for next year as the year where you could actually win a championship. But get out of the East, I mean, the East is pretty rough. So I think
Yeah.
they would get out of the East for sure.
What you thinking, Keith?
I understand Greek wants to get out of Milwaukee. I don't think that, especially this year, none of these options are good ones. It doesn't catapult any team up to the top. Besides, I mean, maybe Minnesota or the Knicks, but I still don't like those situations. If I have to choose a team, I will go with Minnesota because you'll have the best sidekick, or you'll be the sidekick, depending on your perspective.
He coming to be the sidekick there. Sorry.
That's what I said, depending on your perspective. I mean, Edwards, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to have a debate. Like I said, I would just go where
What? Are y'all? Well, wait a minute, buddy.
Yeah, hold on.
He is coming to be AE's sidekick, guys. Let's be clear here.
He's Robin. Are we sure?
If he that is Ant's team.
Absolutely not. He would be the best player on the floor.
He would be the most unstoppable. For sure.
No question. No questions. He would be the best player on that team.
Disrespect that Anthony Edwards gets on this podcast. I apologize. And if you ever watch this, I'm sorry. I champion you. I know how nice you are. These seem not to.
We all know how nice he is. We've seen Anthony Edwards before. We've seen players like him. We've never seen anybody like Greek in the history of the league.
I agree with that take, but it's still Ant's team.
Thank you. What are we talking about?
Okay.
Take though, like you never seen a 7 foot just like
move the way he does. He scores, he defends, he rebounds.
Shots.
He's a freak of nature. That's why he's called the freak. The hell?
One thing they were saying, if that was to take place, that this would be the closest thing that we ever had.
Oh my God.
Kobe,
Kobe and Shaq.
Oh my God. I knew it was coming. I knew something ridiculous like this was coming.
No?
No.
I mean, they play the game so different, though. I mean, Greek plays nothing like Shaq, and Ant doesn't play like Kobe. He doesn't have the footwork. Ant does not have the footwork like Kobe. Y'all better
not
close.
He like Kobe. Oh my God.
I'm not having this conversation. Not having this conversation.
God,
Ant's more like Mike, to be honest. Like when I watch Ant, he reminds me of Mike Jordan, but Mike Jordan's better than Kobe.
So I know what you mean in terms of the play style, because Kobe was one of, if not the most skilled basketball player ever, and Mike is not as skilled as Kobe. I get you there.
Oh my God. All right, we just shoot. Okay. All right, go ahead.
It depends on like skill. Every time, I mean, Mike did not have the footwork like Kobe. Now, that doesn't make him, he doesn't make him like a better player, but the footwork, Kobe mastered that. Like people watch film and they watch Kobe's film when it comes to the footwork. I mean, but
the handle, the J, use both hands. Like Kobe is more skilled than Mike. Like that's not even a diss to Mike. I would say Mike is the better player, but Kobe's more skilled. Like Powell is more skilled than KG, but KG is better. You know what I mean? Like there's you could be more skilled than somebody, but they still be better than you. So like he's more like Mike in the sense that he don't have the bag that Kobe had. And he's only like 6'4".
If that's not a backhanded compliment, dog, come on, man. What the?
What kind of? I'm talking about Anthony Edwards. He doesn't have the bag that Kobe has. He just doesn't.
So that makes him more like Mike. That's a backhanded compliment, dog.
It's not a backhanded compliment. I'm not complimenting him either way. I'm just saying his play style would be closer to Mike's because he doesn't have the handle or the skill that Kobe does. It's not a compliment or a diss. It's just a fact. He just doesn't.
Yeah, it's a fact. And it's okay.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I did watch some Shaq film recently, and that man was incredible.
He's the most dominant
Damn.
big man that's ever lived.
Player, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could say that.
I'm not sure how this plays out. I think they want to trade him because they're fielding offers and like kind of aggressively going at this, right? So it seems like it's going to happen, but the best fit is Golden State, and I'm not sure he wants to go there. How do y'all think this plays out? I'll be remiss not to bring up the Chicago thing. All the sports books are saying the odds are getting smaller that Greek is going to Chicago. Basically, and typically the sports books aren't wrong. He was spotted in Chicago recently. I don't know if they had a game or not. I don't think so. He just bought some property in Chicago. He's in the past always said he wanted to be a Bull. So those are three things that, you know, maybe this is possible. Maybe this is happening. We would have to gut the roster. But if he has somebody coming with him, maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's what's happening. How do y'all feel this plays out with Greek? And does it happen now or in the summer?
My money is definitely in the summer. I think they'll get better trade packages in the summer. Teams will have more picks to be able to offer up. The deals that are currently there will be there in the summer. So I don't get the rush. Like, you still have them under contract for another year. I do not personally like the Golden State trade of, I mean, Kuminga, he can't get on the floor on a mediocre team, so he's the centerpiece of your deal. And then what, Draymond or Jimmy? Jimmy's coming off of ACL, so you got like 4.
I've heard Jimmy. The package I saw was Jimmy, Kuminga, and 4 picks.
Mm-hmm. 4 first rounders.
4 first rounders, and basically they're kind of banking on the Bucks that these first rounders happen after Steph's done, and so they could be high. So
The greatest thing you're getting are potentially high picks because, you know, Steph's 37 right now. So if you're getting 4 first round picks, they'll be after him. So they'll be lotto picks more than likely. Unless they can figure out something else and get another star to pair with Greek post Steph. It's a lot of ifs. If I were Greek, I would not want to go team up with 37-year-old and hope that we can get another star at a later date. Chicago makes some sense unless he might have some other guy, you know, kind of how LeBron had Wade and Bosh lined up on his own and they all kind of went to Miami. So maybe there's something like that in the works because Chicago's a big market, great city to live, great place. I could see it if he has another guy to come with him, but just going to Chicago by yourself, that doesn't make sense because then you're just in just as bad a situation as you were in Milwaukee. Minnesota makes sense. It's also regionally close to where he's currently set up. It's not a big move, not a big transition. The basketball between him and Anthony fits. They got the pieces. It makes the most sense. That or wait until the summer and then seeing if you can get a better offer. But I would not really touch the Golden State offer. I've heard the Knicks are kind of cooling on him. Like they're like, we kind of like what we got here. And
that's what I hear too. That's what I was going to mention.
Insanity, but that to me is how they feel is what's been put out there. I would definitely.
I think they're saying
whatever.
like we're probably getting out the East. Looking at the landscape, they're probably getting out the East, like probably. So they want to give this group a chance to win a title. If does it happen, I don't know, but we're gonna talk about that. I don't know who wins the title this year. Like I thought it was OKC, but J-Dub's hurt. They can't shoot. I don't know, man. Something's not quite right with them. I have a sleeper team that I think could win a title. I think the Greek trade matters a lot in the finals ecosystem, right? But my sleeper team,
Spurs.
no, another Texas team.
Rockets.
Houston.
Yeah. If they can somehow trade for a point guard, I think that they have the coaching. I think they have the stars to get out the West. So that's my sleeper. But let's get back to the Giannis thing. How do you think this ends up, Bray and Keith? And where do you want to see him too?
Well, that's easy.
Well, where I want to see him versus where I think he's going to go, I think it would be dope to see him with Steph Curry. I really do. Wardell and Greek, it'd be entertaining. Tickets would sell. It would prime TV. Don't think it's going to happen. Steph's 37. He's getting up there in age, waiting around for the team to kind of like rebuild. He's 31, kind of wants to win now. His window is, I won't say it's closing, but it's not open as much as it was. So I feel like he wants to go to a team that's going to be able to win, has a chance to win this year or next year. And I hear you on the Knicks with the window closing. And if that's true, I haven't seen the reports, then the next option would be going to the Wolves. And that makes sense. So
I agree with Josh, but in reverse order. Like I said earlier, I would go pair up with another superstar. And I understand Steph Curry is old or older. I think there's still tread on the tires. He seems to take good care of himself, and he's not a real physical player. He just runs around a lot. And it seems like his ankle problems are kind of a thing of the past. So unless he doesn't want to play no more, I think he has a few more years in him. He may be another player that plays into his 40s. I don't know at what type of clip. Your shooting ability doesn't leave you, and he doesn't rely on athletics or athleticism. So I think there may be more tread on the tires. I was about to say something else, but that may have been a pause moment. But I will try to go to Minnesota to pair up with Anthony Edwards because y'all both young. And even if it doesn't work out this year, y'all at least have youth on your side and see what y'all can make happen in the future. I just don't know how Gobert and Freak pair up with each other because they both can't shoot really. So do you have them both or at the same time? Do you just become a crazy defensive team? Yeah.
I think they would have to move Gobert at some point, or maybe he's in the deal. I think, it's probably, you got to probably move Julius. You got to probably move. I would love to keep Jaden McDaniels, though. If you could keep Jaden, too. Jaden Greek.
Nas,
And Nas.
if you keep Nas Reed, that'd be nice.
I wouldn't give up Julius and Gobert for Greek, though. And I got to give away
I would
picks,
do
too.
that quick. I would do it quick.
I would do that.
If I could keep Jaden,
Get rid of him.
but if I'm Milwaukee,
Get
I'm
rid of
insisting on Jaden. Like that's a non-starter if you're trying to withhold him from the deal. Yeah, if your problem about how Greek and Gobert mix, that's a you problem. But I want Jaden McDaniels in that deal for sure. If I'm Milwaukee.
Yeah. The fact that they're talking to teams means like, I think that this happens. It seems like
When's the deadline?
Greeks-
The 5th?
the 5th. So you got
5th?
3 more
The 5th.
days. I wouldn't be surprised if this happened like tomorrow. So let's look at the Eastern or the All-Star rosters. Eastern Conference first. We got Giannis, JB, the other JB, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Johnson, Norman Powell. So shout out to him to getting on the All-Star team for the first time. I like Norm. I've always liked Norman Powell's game. Cat made it. Jalen Duren, shout out to him. He's got a bright future as well. Donovan Mitchell. And we'll talk about the Cavs because apparently he could be on the block this summer, for what I'm hearing.
Mm.
And Pascal Siakam in the East. Yeah, apparently the Cavs are, they thought that they would be better. I thought they would be better. It's just they're not. And Donovan only has 1 more year left on his deal. He could be a trade candidate. So
It makes sense.
anybody on this list y'all are shocked by? Want to talk about more?
Karl Anthony Towns.
He shouldn't have made it.
I mean, he's a reserve, so
Right.
Yeah, I'm okay with him.
Man, I gotta sit here and think about who's all out there that didn't make it. I don't know. It's not that he's not a good player. This man scored 60 points before. 60. And he has underperformed like I've never seen somebody underperform before. With the amount of talent that he has and his size, it's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with him. He's not getting the minutes that he was. I mean, his numbers are really down. I know right there on the screen it says he's doing 19 and 11, but you go look at the last like 10 games. There's games where he's not getting into like the double digits.
Yeah, he ebbs and flows. Uber talented though. They're gonna give them a shot to try to win it with this group. As far as this All-Star list, a lot of these guys have really bright futures. Jalen Johnson,
Yeah, I was gonna say him, man.
he's got a lot with him, and they've cleared out Trey. They said, "Oh, we got this guy. Oh, Trey, you got to go, dog." He's real. Like I said, I really like Jalen Duren and Cade. Talked about Cade, Tyrese, obviously. Pretty good list. Pretty good list
Yes.
of guys. And Scotty. Scotty's really good
A lot
as
of young
well.
guys.
All right, in the West, a lot of young guys. In the West, Steph Curry, Luka, Shea, Jokic, Victor Wembanyama, Denny Avia. Shout out to him. He's had a good year.
Yeah.
Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and just the West is just so much better. Chet, Bron, and your boy Jamal finally
yeah,
did it, huh?
He deserves
finally
it.
made one.
100%.
Long overdue. Yeah.
Yeah.
He deserves it. Anybody y'all shocked to see or shouldn't be on this list? I don't know if Chet should be on here.
He's been struggling too.
Who you swapping them out for? What big are you replacing them
I
with?
gotta sit there and think.
Sengun.
Yeah. He's been playing better. That's one for sure.
Easily. I think it's a
might
matter of
take him
time
off.
before. Damn.
You could swap him
Take
out
who
for
off?
Y easy. LeBron and put Y on there. That would be a better team. That would be a better team. What? What's Quad doing? Like 29?
He hooping.
Well, everybody knows why Bron made it. I mean,
it's like a lifetime
last
achievement
hurrah.
award. Yeah, you doing what? 20, 28, 6 and 4? But I mean, I get it with LeBron. It's like, he's been playing forever. We got a lot of respect for him. We're not gonna make him watch the All-Star game this season, at least.
No.
I mean, it's a
Bron was
lifetime
always
achievement with
making it, man.
Kawhi.
Come on.
Yeah, Kawhi. I mean, does he actually deserve to be on the All-Star team based off of his play this year? No, but he's on the team.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's World versus USA, right, this year. So it'll be a little different format, which I like.
So is Cat on the World?
I
Or
don't
the
know.
US?
It's a good point.
I mean, he should technically
know
should be the world. He's from like the Dominican, right?
But he is Dominican. He was born in New Jersey.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's where it gets dicey.
Yeah. So he's played on the Dominican national team, but from New Jersey. So
all the best players will be on the world, but then the
all the
US
best players.
but then
Well, Giannis, I don't think is playing. We need to make Canada the 51st state, cause or it should be North America versus the world.
Why you
Dang.
Why are you claiming Canada? That's not the US.
Cause they got Shea and Jamal. Dang, like what's
That's what
happening
I'm
here?
saying. Yeah, so the world would be that Western starting lineup, and then just swap Curry for Jamal. It's the best 5,
And the U.S. would get rocked.
We've talked about how there's a imbalance of American stars compared to the world stars. But this upcoming draft, I don't know if y'all have had a chance to watch Darren Peterson, AJ DeBanza, Caleb Wilson. Those guys is the truth, especially Darren Peterson. So we got some guys coming in that's kind of gonna
Tip the scale.
not necessarily tip it all the way back, but they real. And we'll start to see other guys on here, like the twins will pop up on here at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we got some guys, and I'm higher on guys like Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of like unfair when you think about it. I mean, you're talking about you got the U.S. versus every other continent country. Of course, you're going to have guys that are like freaks of nature that are all over the world that come to play, you know, in the NBA. Our pool of guys are limited versus where the world has everybody, if that makes sense.
It didn't used to
Yeah,
be the
but
case, though.
it didn't used to be the case, but also usually when like U.S. sports have a championship, they call it the World Championship. Like the NBA, they call it the World Championship. So it's just they're saying our sports league is the best in the world. It's the World Championship. Balance or the scales is finally tipping like back to balance to a certain extent. And I don't know if this is just going to be for a period of time, but yeah, it's just we can't sit here and like claim our dominance and then complain when the world catches up.
What is it like? Why are we not as pushing out guys like we was in the 2000s or before?
I
Yeah,
think there's
before
I
and up
guess
to that point.
I guess a couple guys should have. They just didn't reach their talent because Zion and Ja, we thought were gonna be on here. They just didn't reach their potential. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you
I
good. I was gonna say, yeah, that's probably the 2000s is probably the last time where we held like that dominance when it was like, you know, Kobe, Melo, Bron, KD, Russ, like Derrick Rose when he was before his knee injuries. It didn't matter. You could piece all of the countries all together, and they still wouldn't even come close to being able to touch the U.S. stars. I don't know why we aren't getting any more. That's a great question. Why aren't we getting any more of those Kobe, LeBron, KD level guys? Steph, like all of those guys are at, you know, Steph and LeBron are the last ones, and KD, and they're all in their late 30s, and then we don't really have a crew of American grown players that slide in. The closest thing that is Anthony Edwards probably, and to me, I know you don't think, I think it's a significant drop from that level of guy to Anthony Edwards. But other than him, who's the next like American-born superstar that's of that ilk? I can't think of one. They're all European currently. Wemby,
or
Nicola,
Canadian.
or Canadian.
So were you finishing?
Yeah, I would say I can't think of another one besides Anthony Edwards. Unless you guys are aware of somebody out there.
Nah, I can't think of anyone either. I think the AAU system, like how we develop our players, isn't in our advantage compared to European players. I think social media plays a part. American kids who are playing basketball when they're young, they think they're more famous than they actually are, or they become famous too young. And I think another factor is a lot of these American ball players, they're more comfortable than a
Yes.
lot of superstars that came up in the past. A lot of superstars that we grew up watching, they were the means to the end for their family. Like they had to be successful for their family to eat. And even though that may seem the case, or that may be the same case now, the kids just don't have the same hunger to succeed. And I
Yes.
think a lot of these European players have that hunger now.
it's swapped a little bit in terms of, they got to get it out the mud now, and we don't necessarily have to. Another thing is like the archetype of those guys, like the Mikes, the Kobe's. We talked about this. Like the 6'6" swingman kind of doesn't exist anymore. Like those when you do have those guys and they're at that kind of talent level, you talk about Anthony Edwards. Uh, you know, a lot of those guys don't exist anymore. They're either like tweeners. Um, it just that type of guy doesn't exist anymore. And Bron's just a freak of nature with everything. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
um, that's kind of body type has changed as well, and I think that's contributing into us seeing American players not really taking that step. But these new guys, Darren Peterson has that type of skill level and body size, that archetype. So I think he might be one of those guys that could. I'm not gonna call him a superstar, but he's probably gonna be the number one pick in the draft, and he's really, really, really fucking good. So, yeah. All right. I want to talk about this PG real quick before we get out of the NBA. I have no idea what's happening here.
Yeah, I don't. No clue.
Yeah, I got something to say if that's cool.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of takes on like ESPN and like major sports networks. They are trying to say or wanting to give him a pass. Like the NBA should give him a pass if it's mental health medication and stuff like that. And I understand the perspective, but you're also a professional basketball player. Paul George is low key overpaid. He's had a good career, which allowed him to be overpaid, but he gets paid a lot of money. You should know the substances that are allowed to be in your body or ingested in your body and not. And if you don't know yourself, you have enough money to hire your counsel to make sure to advise you. I understand it may be a mental health medication and you may be dealing with some things, but I'm pretty sure there's a proper process to get that medication approved or find another medication. But yeah, you're still a professional basketball player, and maybe the rules need to be changed, but the rules are the rules.
Something's fishy here because if it was a mental health thing, I think that they would have treated it different.
Mhm.
They didn't. They suspended him. They didn't really give us a reason why. So it kind of seemed like it was roids, performance enhancing drugs, and they were kind of trying to like help him out by saying it was something else, right? They don't
Mhm.
want to like ruin his career or ruin his, he's got a lot of media stuff going on. But that's what it felt like. I don't know if y'all felt the same way. Cause what mental health drug is going to get you suspended 25 games?
Well, I think the report said that he mistaken. I made the mistake of taking a improper medication. So I guess I mean I'm not I wasn't there. Maybe it was a medication that was prescribed to him. He took the wrong thing. I agree with what Keith was saying. There's no excuse. You're a professional athlete. You know what can and cannot go into your body. I think I agree with you, Sean. Sounds like they're trying to save his career and whatever follows after his NBA career. And they're trying to just make him look like, hey, this is what happened. But let's not make it a bigger deal than what it is so that it doesn't hurt you in the long run.
Yeah. That's the sense I got for sure. And it really hurts the Sixers who were like starting to get their footing.
Mhm.
Sixth in the East now. Joel's playing well. Tyrese is like an all-star starter. Like he's really coming into it. He's in his prime, square in his prime. They got VJ Edgecombe, rookie playing well. Kelly
Hooping.
Oubre, Quinn Grimes. Like they were playing well. Not necessarily. I don't think they could have probably made it out the East, but it seemed like they were trending the right way. Now this happens, and it's like, you know, Philly is never gonna get this right. Like, I don't know.
Trust the process.
Man, that process has been trusted and not delivered. Where does this leave them? Pretty much where they started, right? Like not being able to get out the East, but they have been playing well though.
Yeah, I wish they would. I mean, they'll never probably put out what it is that he was taking. I don't know if it was mental health. I mean, related. Maybe it could be. I kind of agree with both Keith and Bray. You need to know what you're putting in your body at at this high stakes of being in the sports industry. My guess is it's probably something related to him coming back from his injuries. I've heard people usually take stuff like that when they're like trying to recover from an injury to kind of speed that process along. That would be the only thing that makes sense to me because I mean it's basketball. It's not like football. I can get you being on steroids. Like the level of physicality and how strength impacts the game is far more than in basketball. So it's probably something injury related, and he got caught trying to get back quicker. It's just unfortunate for him and the Sixers, but I don't think it was like, any kind of like steroids or anything like that. Maybe mental health is a possibility. My guess is something to help improve his recovery.
Speed the recovery. Okay. Yeah, that would
Yes.
make some sense. I mean, he was playing well too. So he's not back until late March. That's going to hurt them. I don't think that that's going to, lend itself to them really being able to make a run like I thought they could. Because Joel looked like old Joel. Well, he's putting up Joel numbers,
Yeah, he's hooping.
actual Joel numbers. And so, I just think that stalls them out and kind of puts them in a bad spot. So sucks. PG like 34, 35, bro. 35, yeah. So, come on, dog. This is you toward the end. You need to make sure you're doing what you need to do. So there's one more thing I want to say about the NBA. The Charlotte Hornets. They've had a lot of 7-game winning streak. They've had a lot of first round picks. So at some point, this probably should have happened, but they're good. Like net rating, offensive rating, defensive rating, good. All do what they do very well. I'm not saying that they're the next OKC. Neither one of those.
I know what you said.
But
Homegrown
I'm saying
talent. I
they
know what
do.
you mean. I know what you mean. Homegrown talent.
But they do have some talent that can start to make some noise eventually. Where are they at in the standings?
Like 11th or something like that.
11th.
Yeah. I know.
I would love to see them in the play-in.
I would
Please.
love it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes. Teams are going to be nervous to play them. And they're young. They run. They're athletic. And that Miller kid is the truth.
He's the truth.
He's the truth. He's hooping.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's got the right mental makeup to be good going forward. I think he might make an all-star team at some point. And that white boy is the truth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he can shoot. I actually made a bet on him being rookie of the year. I don't think it's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Flagg's going to take it, and I think he's going to take maybe 2.
Yeah, he's going to get the second.
Yeah.
Your boy Coop, man, 50 points. I watched that game.
49.
49, 50.
50 is different. It's not 50.
50 is different.
50 is different.
50 is different. But he was hooping, man.
He was. Then the
He
night
got
that
a
followed
lot.
up, I think he had like a 37-piece right behind it, something like that. Very next night.
Yeah, it's just really him on that squad with
that's-
all them other cleared
Injuries,
out, so he can
yeah.
really do whatever he wants. So,
It sucks because
I
you
don't know
got Kyrie and AD. They're both injury prone, hurt. They're old. It's like, yeah, you got a whole bunch of hurt old coming to hoop with him.
I told y'all when they got the pick, I was like, they need to trade AD and Kyrie now. Like,
you did.
Yeah.
I said the timelines don't match up. So
It
by the
don't.
time
It
he's
don't.
like the guy, they're gonna be washed. So I'm like, just if you're gonna go with this young kid,
They might be out the league. They might be done. Klay
you
Thompson's
say it in jest, but it
laid
might
up
be
with
true.
Meg.
Damn.
Having the time of his life.
I don't even blame Klay.
I
don't
don't
even
either.
blame him.
Ooh.
He
Y'all
got
seen her
getting
Stallion.
paid. You been paid. You got your
And all
rings.
right.
Go enjoy it. Go enjoy it. Son. Yeah.
He rich as hell.
Not one bit.
So, man, he fine. Shout out to Clay.
And
know.
she has to build to where they may have some Hooper kids.
Possibly.
No, you're right. They gonna be some
I
big
mean,
ass
he's the
kids.
son of an NBA player, so maybe
Italian's
it goes
about
3 lines.
5'9". You know, whatever she is.
She used to hoop, I think, or something.
Did she?
Think so, something like that. Yeah.
I don't blame Clay.
For sure. The Mavs gonna have to make a choice. Probably get rid of Kai somehow, and I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with AD. So
Man, you traded him when I was
What's
saying that
Kai?
he would have been healthy. So
34?
you could have got some. You could have got more for him.
How's Kai?
Kai's 32, I believe.
Okay, so he's a little bit younger than I thought.
He just seems older.
He does.
Been
Kai,
in the league since he's 18.
well, he'll be 34
He's
in
33.
March.
Yeah,
He'll
no,
be
he's
34
old.
in March.
He's old.
Yeah.
You see, yeah, that's what I thought he was. I was like, he's got to be
Yeah.
33, 34.
Coming off an ACL injury. Yeah.
Can't get nothing for him.
Yeah, right.
And these guys make so much money now.
It's
You
crazy.
stuck with him. You can maybe get something for AD.
I don't know. I think they stuck with AD, man.
Yeah,
Who's gonna
he's-
trade for him?
AD will be 33 this year.
Who's going to trade for any of them, though? Oh, coming off injuries.
You could have got AD off earlier. You could have got him off earlier when you got the pick and he was still healthy. You could have made something happen there.
But it's like,
now it's a wrap
why do you get rid of a 32-year-old Anthony Davis? Like, if you healthy, you hoop. He can still hoop.
No, yeah, he's just never
If-
healthy.
When he's healthy. Yeah.
Do we ever see Cooper Flagg as the best player in the league?
Not while Wemby's in the league.
I forgot
Yeah,
about
he's-
him.
Yeah, no. No.
But I'm just saying, like, Cooper's trajectory at like 19, like hooping like this, he nice, man. You know
No,
what I'm
he's
saying?
nice.
Best player in the league. I don't believe he'll ever be the best player in the league, but like a perennial all-star, I believe so.
Yeah. Oh. What is he, 6'9"?
Yeah, about 6'9".
6'10".
6'10" legit? Okay. Looking at him, he look about 6'9", but he could be 6'10".
Yeah, I guess Wemby probably has that
mantle for
locked up.
If he stays healthy and can get some rings, we'll be having the conversation of him being top 5 ever.
Could be. Got to get
he's got that potential. He's got that potential.
gotta get some.
Yeah.
You got to get some.
Potential.
He's doing stuff that we've never seen. He's like a Greek freak, but can shoot with handles.
Yeah, I thought they were a
Right.
sleeper Greek team, but they want to stay with the young kids, which I don't blame them. They got a ton of them, and they're all really good. So I'll just stay with them.
Mm-hmm.
But man, would that be fun to watch? Them niggas on the same team?
Greek and Wemby?
Yes.
If I could,
Yes.
I would go do it if I was San Antonio, like for sure. Because Wemby can shoot, so they could play together.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They
like
just
David
taking
Robinson and Tim
themselves
Duncan
out
on
the running.
steroids, yo. Like,
Yes.
I was going to say, but way better. Right, yeah. It's scary.
So you had the formula before, just go replicate it. I don't know why they wouldn't go all them picks, some young dudes, and then let's go get this championship.
They're really high on the young dudes, which I don't blame them.
Yeah.
But man,
Castle's really good. He is.
Castle's really
He's
good.
really good.
I probably would give up Derek Harper and some picks and whatever else for Wemby.
Fox,
I mean,
whatever.
for
You want him
Freak.
too? You want Fox too? You can have
I'll
him.
give him Fox. Yeah. Take him.
Take him.
I would do that.
Which I would keep one of the core young guys and be like, you could pick one, take your pick.
Mm-hmm.
Him, take one of the core young guys and Fox and picks, and then that's the best. To me, that would be the best for all three. Like the team that gets Greek, unless he doesn't want to be in San Antonio, Texas, which I don't know. But basketball wise, that would be the best. You could contend right away, and then Milwaukee, you young guys, Guy and Fox, you could either keep or trade for more assets, and then picks. I mean, that would be the no-brainer move if they were willing to offer something like that.
They're talking like they're scared of Greek's calf injury. Like this is like the second or third time it's happened. And y'all know what that leads to typically.
It's connected to the Achilles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the fear is you trade for him, he comes back earlier just to try to play, and something happens.
Strain pops. Yeah.
That's all-time worst scenario. So that's got to be taken into account. That's why they were saying, like, let's just call it on the year, let him get healthy, come back in the summer, make the trade, and then, just have him start it next year. Which makes sense for everybody involved, really. But I think Freak kind of want to play. So interesting to see how that plays out. I don't know how that goes. All right, I think we can switch our focus to NFL. I think we have to talk about Bill Belichick, man. Not being a first ballot Hall of Famer. Thoughts?
If he's not, who is?
Who the fuck is?
He is, but what they got? He got 39 out of the 50 votes. I believe that's what it was, and you needed to get 40. What I was hearing, it was the issues with Spygate and Deflategate. That was kind of
cheating.
So people kind of look down at that. But I mean, just anybody that has eyes knows he belongs there. But
I think it's the cheating, and he's been treating media people terribly his entire career.
That's what it is.
I mean, I get it. He's sub 500 without Tom Brady, so it's like I get it. But he has. I mean, Tom Brady did get him. What he got 6 with Tom?
Yep.
Yes. How many does Tom have? It feel like Tom got 10.
Tom got 7.
How many does he have?
He got 7.
6 Super Bowls and then 2 with the Giants. The Coach of the Year. 3 times, 9 Super Bowl appearances, 17 division titles, 333 wins.
I was gonna say his winning percentage with Brady is 77. His winning percentage without Tom Brady is 45. I'm just saying, like, he's
so does
a
that
pretty big
exclude
jump
him
off.
from does that exclude him from being a Hall of Famer, first ballot?
No, I mean, you got to give it to him. I mean, I believe he's a product of Tom Brady's creation, but he still was the head coach.
Wow. That's
still
so
was a head coach
disrespectful. I hate when you say that shit.
As a head coach, I'm talking about. As a defensive coordinator, he's elite, one of the best defensive coordinators the game's ever seen. As a head coach, which to me is more than just being an elite DC, he's a Tom Brady creation. As you can see, he was terrible in Cleveland, got fired.
That's not true.
Went to New England.
That's a wild take, bro.
Like the stats.
That's not a take. Those are the facts.
It doesn't show the complete story though, because Tom Brady. You're acting like Tom Brady had like no squad around him when he was winning those championships.
No,
how they game plan, how he coached, how they like prepare for the game each week. That's Bill Belichick. I understand that Tom Brady, he had a huge part in it, but just the culture was due to Bill Belichick. And I don't know if Tom would have had that success, especially early, if it wasn't for Bill Belichick.
Didn't Bill roll him out there? I mean,
no,
he got
it. I mean, he stuck with him. He stuck with him. He was starting Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe got hurt. Tom Brady came in, got hot, and he never put him in. He was gonna get fired again.
No,
in New England.
Wait. No. Let's go back to that season.
That's what I'm saying.
What happened was Drew got hurt. Tom came in and was hooping. Drew Bledsoe got back healthy.
Yeah.
And Bill had the wherewithal to say, hey, we're staying with this kid no matter what. That got them to the title.
No, give him the credit for sticking with the kid.
Yeah, he could have went back to the guy that they're paying however many millions of dollars. That's
He
a
could have made
huge
that
part of
mistake.
Tom Brady's
He could have
story.
been.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yes, but I'm saying the full context of where he was going before. I give him credit for making the decision to stay with Tom Brady, because if he didn't, he most likely would have gotten fired, because he got fired in Cleveland. Tom Brady left. They were terrible. He got fired there. He went to North Carolina. They were terrible. He'll probably get fired there soon enough. So, like, him as a head coach without Tom Brady is like fired, soon to be fired. That's his resume without Tom. Then you look at his coaching tree. The culture that you talk about, I believe that was a lot of Tom. Because when you look at the culture, what successful assistant has he had that has gone on to be a good head coach?
The guy in the Super Bowl?
I don't think Mike Vrabel was an
He played for
assistant.
him. He played for him. Yeah, he played for him. That wasn't Romeo Cornell, Josh McDaniels, Charlie Weiss, just keep on going down the line of the guys that have stepped out of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick's umbrella and have been flameouts. College. That's his coaching tree.
Yeah, you are trying to go viral. This nigga is gonna go viral. This nigga's gonna go viral.
They've been flameouts. Josh McDaniels,
A
how many
Tom
times has he
Brady
been fired?
creation?
As a head coach, yes.
Boy, I can't wait to put this out.
He has a sub 500 winning percentage without Tom Brady as a head coach. Those are the facts. He was the Cleveland's Brown head coach and got fired. And then he was on his way to doing that before Tom Brady came in. I give him credit. He decided I could go back to Drew Bledsoe, but no, I'm going to stay with the kid. And then, of course, they go on to make the Super Bowl, win the next couple Super Bowls. Tom Brady kind of allowed that kind of shtick that he has going to like hold up for so long, because they're like, if Tom Brady lets him do this, talk this crazy, then we kind of all got to go along with it. So he's a Tom Brady creation in part, but the 6 Super Bowl rings, I mean, you got to put him in just off of the accomplishment of being the head coach of 6 Super Bowl teams. But I believe he is largely in part a creation of Tom Brady.
That's an insane take. I hate that you're using your platform like this. It's egregious to say. Bill Belichick is one of the greatest defensive minds to ever coach football. He not only game plan to get the Patriots teams to those Super Bowls and win them, he put together the collection of talent for most of the time. He was a GM there. He was doing all the jobs there. I just think that this is very irresponsible of you to put this out. I feel like this is something you're going to regret,
no.
saying this. And you're going to have to come out and give a public apology soon enough.
No. Damn. I've seen
Whenever-
Bill Belichick. We've seen him without Tom Brady. He's not good without Tom Brady. I don't know why that's a wild take.
I'm clipping this up. So
I don't know. I don't know why it's a wild take.
Well, okay. I didn't think that this was going to go this way. I think Bill Belichick should be a first-ballot Hall of Famer, and people who didn't vote him in are insane. Does anybody else agree with me, or am I tripping?
The fact that he wasn't voted in is like malpractice.
He definitely belongs to be first ballot Hall of Famer. I see where M's coming from. I hear you. I do. And it makes sense. It makes sense. But like you said, just based on his accolades and what he's done, he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
You a wild boy.
I didn't say he shouldn't get voted in the Hall of Fame. I said he is a creation of Tom Brady. Those are different things.
That is crazy, son.
As a head coach,
right.
I said he was an elite defensive coordinator for a long time, but as a head coach, wildly successful with Tom Brady, sub 500 without. I mean, those are just the cold hard facts.
I'm just looking on from the outside. If Tom's never there, let's just say he's not there, and I know it's a lot of ifs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
those 6 rings are they're definitely not there. I don't know how many is there, but it's definitely not 6.
Could be. I'm looking at totality because I know how hard football is. I know Tom's the greatest quarterback we've ever seen. I know that.
Yeah, the greatest player that's ever lived, of course,
Yeah.
is going to make your numbers and your championships look great.
I understand all that. Bill Belichick, before he was a defensive coordinator with the Giants, he was a special teams coordinator. And he was at that point, even as a special teams coordinator, he was so good at scheming defenses that Bill Parcells let him do both jobs before he got the title type shit. Like Lawrence Taylor called him the greatest defensive mind he's ever been around. This is who we talking about. This is who you call a Tom Brady creation.
As a head
Bill
coach.
Belichick.
Yes.
The greatest pass rusher who ever lived said that this guy was the best defensive mind he's ever been around. And you had the audacity to call this man a Tom Brady creation.
As a head coach, yes.
I'm disappointed. I'm beyond upset.
I'm appalled.
And they gon' drag you out here, bro.
They might. That's fine. But I know this.
So
when
give
Tom Brady,
anybody a mic.
right. Bill might jump in the comments on your ass.
when Bill forced Tom Brady out the door, which was his decision as well. He'd been trying to force him out the door for years, unsuccessfully. Luckily, Tom Crabb knew more, or he'd be less a Super Bowl than he already got. When he was trying to force him out, and he finally did. Tom Brady went to the Bucs, won a Super Bowl, and then got the team to the playoffs the next year too. And then Bill Belichick's team absolutely crumbled. He hired a guy that was on defense to be his offensive coordinator after Josh McDaniels left. The team was in shambles, and they had to fire him. And now he's gone to North Carolina, and that team is in shambles. Pre-Tom Brady,
Yeah, it's been
everything
wildin'.
crumbling around him. Post-Tom Brady, everything crumbling around him.
He has been wilding, and I think, to your point, Keith, I think that a lot of this he's doing, the media, walking around with this 25-year-old girl, I don't know how much part that played into this. He hasn't been the best role model, I'll say, out here. But even still, he should be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. They're going to ask him about it because he's still coaching, so
Oh yeah,
he gonna have to have something to say about it. So I want to go through, just take a look at the coaching carousel hires and see what y'all think. If there's any of them you want to talk about, and then we can get out of here. The one that stands out to me is kind of the Steelers. We never talked about this, but are they trying to recreate like the 2011 Packers with this hire? Like, are they going to keep Aaron and hope to win a Super Bowl? Like, is that the goal here? Like, because that's not happening. And I hope they know that.
I saw the news and I was smiling from ear to ear.
Man,
terrible hire.
I loved it. I don't understand why we have all these narratives out about Mike Tomlin and like firing him and all this stuff, and whoever wins his last game between Harbaugh and Tomlin getting fired, and the fan base wanting to get rid of him just to hire Mike McCarthy. Y'all did all that to hire Mike McCarthy.
crazy.
You did not move the needle at all. And some can say that you pushed that bitch through the floor.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking.
Not sure.
So basically, that means that they're keeping Aaron, right, as a QB.
I think that
1 more year.
I think that's safe to say.
Wow.
Which is fine. That's understandable. Like, you need a
Is
QB.
it?
He played well enough. He's old, but you at least need to get someone else in the building, regardless.
How old is Aaron? Is he 43?
40-something.
42?
He's
Either
Bro.
way, if you were not keeping Aaron, you still needed to bring another quarterback in.
That ain't it.
Maybe they draft the Alabama kid and then bring Aaron back and then see if they can bring him along more slowly. That seems to be the way that they're going to go. I'm sure he got the job because he was like, listen, I'm really good at identifying and grooming quarterbacks. Look at my track record. Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott had crazy numbers under me. I can fix your quarterback situation. I'm sure that's what he sold and why he got the job. I wouldn't have bought that, but that the Steelers ownership did. I mean, he's been around. He's got a lot of chances. It's like the most least impressive hiring of the entire coaching cycle this year. That would be the least impressive of them all.
I don't like any of these hires, really. There's not one I'm like, that's a home run. I kind of like Todd Monken in Cleveland. I think that's kind of
do too.
frisky. I think him and Shador are gonna have a good time together. So that's the one I kind of like. The rest of them, with the LaFleur hire in Arizona, are they keeping Kyler now? That's kind of what that says.
Hired him to fix Kyler. Could be.
That's what it seems like. I don't know about the Joe Brady hire.
I like the Saleh hire.
I mean, sure. I don't like none of them. I think all these niggas made a mistake.
I like Saleh. I like the young kid Jesse Minter. See what he'll do in Baltimore. Clint Kubiak. Kind of I go back and forth. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe he won't.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold, but I like Saleh. He's been experienced. He did a good job in the Jets are a terrible organization, and he had them like decent, and then he left, and now they're like abysmal. So I think he'll do a good job there. He was able to get Dayball to come be his OC, so I think that pairing is a good one. The rest of them are all kind of shaky. I like Minter because he's kind of that Mike McDonald mold and young guy, kind of on the wave of young head coaches. Did a great job in Los Angeles with the Chargers as a DC. So I'm encouraged at that one, but like the rest of them, I'm with you. I'm like mad to the rest of them.
Look at this guy's hair. Look at this guy. He looked like he about to fail, but maybe not. They had a good defense in Green Bay for a while, so
But
maybe not.
the no black head coaches hired.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's where I was about to go.
I saw that.
Not a
Very
single
white
one.
hiring cycle.
All except one were white.
Boy, these owners tripping. And
Yeah,
none of
you
them
had
are like legitimately
hot.
like, yeah, they all are like, the retreads are like kind of suck. What are we doing here, man? Okay, sure.
like Vance Joseph. He deserved a look. Flores deserved a look.
Come on, guys.
That's two off the top that got passed over.
Baltimore should have hired somebody black
That would have been nice
for that.
Well, we got a black DC, but I feel you.
I don't care
Raheem
about
Morris
that.
didn't get it. He didn't get another look. He's still young. It's three people. Well, three people just got fired. So Kevin Stefanski got fired, got another job. Harbaugh fired, another job. McCarthy fired, sat out a year, another job. So like Raheem had to go be a DC before he get another look. Could have, respectively gotten a job this cycle, but he didn't. He got looked over for all the other openings. Where
Good luck.
three of the 10 had just been fired at their last stops and didn't have to go prove themselves as a coordinator to get another opportunity.
Yeah, but like I also think the NFL has a problem of like the retread thing. Like these people get fired and keep getting jobs, and I understand that the black coaches don't benefit from that. But why do we keep recycling these coaches? Why does Mike McCarthy keep getting hired?
I don't know.
Like I understand the Monken angle, but like Monken took the black route.
He did.
He did though.
That's
He
because he
paid his
probably don't
dues.
kiss nobody ass. You know what I'm
He
saying?
paid his dues.
The rest of these cats, and a lot of these cats are new too. I mean, LaFleur, Mentor, Halfley.
And they're all like coaches' sons.
Yeah.
LaFleur, Mentor, he's a coach's
Mentor,
son. Kubiak, Haley.
Yep.
Harbaugh, but he's also got the experience. So like half of them are coaches' sons.
Yeah.
They got that name recognition from their father being a head coach along the way.
Sometimes that does help coaches be great, like Kyle. I think him being born for this, but he's a special type. He's got outstanding offensive mind. The rest of these, they ain't Kyle Shanahan. So we'll see. This seems like one of the worst coaching carousel hires
It does
of all time.
We could be
These
wrong, but it
niggas-
does feel that way.
It looks like all of these guys are gonna fail. All of them. So
I'm vouching for Salah. I'm a buck
I
back on
hope
Salah.
Salah has it. I hope. Good luck to him. I like Robert Salah. He seems like a good guy. He got rehired, so shout out to him.
No, I was going to say the only reason why I advocate for Mentor, just I feel like a lot of these young guys who are now first-time head coaches, they have the hype, but Mentor has actually been in our building before, and we kind of have like a coaching program, and we coach people up, and I think he's just benefited from that program. I don't think it's just a hyped up name that we just hired. We had Mentor in the building. He was coaching for Harbaugh's brother. He coached a pretty good defense last year, had good numbers, one of the best defenses in the league. The system's actually one of the newer systems that, the NFL's trending with right now. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think some of this lends towards the good coaches still being the cream of the crop. Like these are how many hires? 10, 9?
That 30% of the league?
30% of the league, and I don't like none of them. Like I don't think any of them are home runs, is what I'm saying.
I would agree there's no slam dunks. There's ones that are encouraging.
So the Kyle Shanahans, the Ben Johnsons, the Sean McVays, the Kevin O'Connells, the guys that we know can do this at a high level, they just still stay where they are, which is good for those if that's your coach. So I kind of see what them San Francisco fans was coming at you like, who the f we hire if we get rid of Kyle? I see that. When you look at this list, maybe they are right.
I mean, was Mike McDonald a slam? You know what I mean? Like there's going to be a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like your job is that. I mean, the job of ownership would be to identify that guy. Nobody was saying Mike McDonald is a home run. He's a can't miss. He fired his OC after 1 year, and now he's in the Super Bowl. So I mean, like, you just gotta identify who that next guy is. He might not be hyped up, and like the people that aren't in the coaching circles might not be aware of who that hot candidate that's on the rise that's not getting media shine is. But I don't think that means because we got a good guy and he can't win that we just cling to him because we don't know who the next guy is yet.
And to you Texans fans in my mentions, talking like C.J. Stroud is John Elway, and that he shouldn't be penalized for throwing 4 interceptions in a damn half, and me saying Kyler should be in place of him is preposterous. Man, get the out of my mentions, man. Out of here. That sucks. That's it.
How you gonna sit here and say Mike need to take some stuff out and then end with that?
On that note,
Yeah. I don't know. Clip that up, Mike.
I guess you could do what you do when it's your own show, right?
Thank you so much for listening to the Rashawn Franklin Show. You catch us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Please keep watching, keep subscribing, keep listening. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, except the Texans fans. Y'all. Peace.